Hello, hello, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. I say hello to everyone, wherever you are. Go join me. Today is another day that the Lord has made. It is very marvelous in our eyes, and I am glad, just fellow Biafrans all over the world, that we will continue to talk about Biafra. Today I will not be long, so wherever you are joining me from or watching from, try and make it snappy, my people. Join me all over the world, fellow lovers of freedom. We are wonderful people, and I love being with my people. I love speaking to my people, and I love to hear them speak to me. Biafrans are those nations or the group of people who have come together for their nation to be granted to them and for them to start living peacefully within themselves. We are people of like mind. We love freedom. We love liberty. We are not violent people. Join me from wherever you are watching, and let us continue. Before I go ahead, my people, I have to thank God, Almighty living God, King of glory. Thank you. I glorify your holy name. I ask you, Lord, to protect my leader wherever he is. Guide our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Protect all Biafrans all over the world. Please, Lord, grant that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, be released. Other people held on the same grounds for which he was abducted have all been released. Father, please release our leader. We are grateful to you for whatever you have been doing for us and will continue to do for us. He say, Biafrans, join me. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of things to think about. But I know some people who do not know what we are crying for. They will be wondering, oh, what are they talking about? We are definitely talking about our freedom and our liberty. Biafrans have been suffering for so many years in the 50s, in the 60s. When Biafra, we had no problem. We never told anybody we want to be merged with anyone. But those who did it for their own interest, they did it. They said after 100 years, believing that 100 years is very far, that it will never come. But here we are. Year 2000 made it 100 years that the nations were amalgamated without their consent, and there has never been peace. When the British came to Nigeria, Lord Lugard and Florence Shaw, they amalgamated us for the interest of the Fulanese, because they are very intelligent and smart people. They knew that Fulanese, without the other parts of the country, will, and they are foreigners from Futajalon in North Africa. They were welcomed. Little did anyone know that after 100 years, they will metamorphose into what made the Arabs, drove them away from Arab nation down to Africa. They are very warlike people. They are not peace-loving people. If you keep them in a house, they will never live there. They will rush back to the street and to the bushes. That's where they feel very comfortable. If you build school for them, they will never attend those schools, like Jonathan did when Jonathan was ruling. And Buhari was very itchy to make his people come and settle in Nigeria and start killing the people of Nigeria. That was what led to Biafra saying, no, we cannot take this. We have to go back to what we were. After all, we have that clause of the amalgamation, which says in the Constitution that you can always leave. But you know what? Because the Fulanis have a premeditated mind, they have this act in them. Corrupt, they don't understand what it is, but it is all corruption, corrupt practices, doing things the wrong way. In all these countries where they are friendly with, that comes to take our oil and gas, they don't know that the Fulanis are not people, very unruly people, but they claim that they own Nigeria. You own Nigeria. Nigeria have a lot of professors and a lot of educated people, but you, the fighter, the one that refuses to go to school, you want to be ruling them. And you are not ruling them rightly. Now we all want to leave, and they are still fighting. They don't know anything, and they don't want to listen to those who know something. Do things step by step in accordance with the rule of law. But no, Fulanis will not do it. Everyone should understand why we want to live. There is no how you will be a lecturer or a teacher that your children will all be dummies. People will be asking you, you go to lecture room to lecture others. Why is it that your children are not educated? That is exactly the situation in Nigeria. The uneducated ones, the Fulanis, very uneducated, they are ruling professors, doctors, lawyers, engineers, and they are not ruling us. You know what? They will look for one part of the indigenous people to be supporting them so that everybody will see them damage control as good people, whereas they are not. Always fighting, always buying people for no good reason. Archaic way of living. We are tired. Biafrans are very educated people. They know the rule of law and how to be compliant, but not these Fulanis. They will never do it. That's why United Nations, which the educated Nigerians became signatory to, will give them order in accordance with that treaty. The Fulanis will not obey it because they are not educated. The next thing, they will bring knife. They will bring, that is the only way they know how to settle scores. They don't know anything about round table negotiation. Never, because they are not educated. All they want to do is their way of living. My people, Biafrans are tired of it. The world is passing them by in Nigeria. You can never see a man that is not blind by a blind man. That is exactly what is going on in Nigeria. And we say that we are tired of living like this. That said, the amalgamation is like a marriage of inconvenience. It's not working. The divorce process is what we are following, but the Nigerian nomadic way of doing things in awkward and archaic way, they are fighting us. And we are telling the world, come to our rescue. The way the Americans, the Western world, the Europe have rallied around Ukraine, that's what we are looking for. We want the world to hear our voice. Nigeria is not working. It's not working. They are very corrupt, very, very deceitful, very, very conniving and condescending. This is why we want to leave Nigeria. And our leader is a British citizen. Mazi, the man that you are seeing his picture on this program, has highest level of ills, corruption, terrorism, nepotism, everything you know that is going wrong. Go and look for it in Nigeria. We are littered all over the world. You will see that people are littered all over the world. They will say, oh, you Nigerians, you Nigerians. It is not all of us. We are the Biafrans running away from Nigeria. But for how long are we going to run away? We want to go back to our country and settle in our territorial quarters, but they won't let us because they are warriors. They live in the bush. They go to stay and occupy our bushes where our parents and our families farm. No one can farm there, and government collude with them, using the military, using the army and the police to kill our people, raping our women, running our businesses. This is not what this modern world is all about. Biafrans, we want to leave Nigeria. We need the world to hear what goes on in Nigeria. Every blessed day in Nigeria, massacre is going on. Massacre is going on. People will, in the morning, nobody will come out from it. Everybody has been burnt with the house. That's what the Fulanis that occupy the government, that's what they do. They will be calling you Nigerians, you Nigerians. We are no longer Nigerian. We want to leave Nigeria. We are Biafrans. So this is our leader here. I'm playing his voice for anyone to listen.
The truth is in front of you. I told you what was happening from day one. But to tell you how terrible the zoo is, because it is an evil man saying, because the girlfriend is championing it, they refuse to acknowledge the fact. But you claim you want to be in the same country. We are in the same country. You want us to be in the same country. But in your heart is deceit. In your heart is to cheat. Why was it that nobody bothered to invest to actually? Because you have your eye on the presidency after Buhari. But I'm in the same country with you. You wrongly, of course. You want us to see how Yoruba, you see how fake your love is for the so-called Nigeria. So the reason why you love Nigeria is so you can be president in 2023. And I'm asking you, all PhDs from Yoruba land, including the pastors, not see, are you that wicked? You cannot see it. You know, people are.
Yes, my people, Nigeria is all about what can I benefit? What am I going to benefit? Even if they are very corrupt, everybody is corrupt. You want to join them. You are not asking questions. They don't ask questions. All they want to know is that they are joining. I want this, I want that. But you cannot ask, how does that thing you are asking for, how does it come by? How does it come? Did it come in a very right way or in a very corrupt way? That is not. All they want to know is that they want this, they want that. But how did this thing you want, how does it come about? That is the Nigerian for you. Our Onyendu is talking about Yoruba people here. Yes, most of these Yoruba people enable the Fulanis to use them. If you go to Nigeria now, all the media houses belong to the Yorubas. TVC belongs to the head of state, Tinubu. Channels Television, Sheung, and Arise News, Arise TV is Efe Sabati. All of them, they don't report what goes on. Everybody knows it. That's why our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying all the professors in Europe seeing what is going on. They are seeing it. They are seeing it. That's why one of their professors is joining the Oduduwans to ask for their exit from one. He told me that very soon that they are going to leave Nigeria, that we Biafrans, I beg your pardon, he said we should hurry up, that very soon they will leave Nigeria. And I knew it because Tinubu to swim in the ocean of the Fulanese, and he saw that it is a murky he cannot navigate through. That's why he now lives in Lagos. The capital of Nigeria is in Abuja. Tinubu now lives in Lagos and travels from Lagos to Abuja for his office. This is what we see in that country. We are no more Nigerians. That is what it is.
If I'm in this, I will tell it to you. Anywhere I meet you, I tell it to your face. You are evil. Now understand this very carefully. Those who are calling you their fellow Nigerians, let's make Nigeria great. Madam, let's build roads and bridges and schools. If they cannot speak the truth, having seen this, tell me how they cannot come. Now, tell me how you expect to develop a country with lies. Tell me.
Yes, my people, that's the end of that very video. Our PM, if you look at the title of this program, you will see that Mazi Simon Ekpa said, instead that Biafra will not come, that he will turn to a beast. And that is correct. He said it, my people, and he meant it. He meant it. He will turn to a beast because our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he does not sleep over the issue of Biafra. Our PM, he is talking about Biafra. You know, he meant business. They abducted our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, and God gave us our PM. He is not missing word. He is not changing his stand. He told us, I will be the end of this very zoological republic. And he is serious about it. And we are all following him.
You don't expect us to fight like Ojukwu. You expect us to go to a conventional war. We know what we are doing. People are morons. You don't have any brain. You don't know how to maintain your interest. You protecting what Nigeria did for you, which you said. So we are going to fight this liberation ruthlessly, completely different from what you have ever seen in life. And that's what we are doing. You don't expect me to come and fight like Ojukwu. You don't expect me to come and fight like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am neither of these two. I'm not Ojukwu. I am Simon Ekpa. Complete different person. And I'm going to fight for you differently. I am not trying luck. I have a template. From one till the end.
Yes, let's listen to what he said here.
Of the Army Staff of Nigeria. Thank you.
What is the major issue? The military is now so much involved in internal politics. It does look like you're being taken away from your primary assignment and you're doing secondary and leaving the primary. What would you say is a major problem military-wide?
Thank you very much. I'm really very happy to be here, and it's good to be with this forum today. Well, I think as Nigerians, first and foremost, we need to take ownership of what's going on in the country. And when I say ownership, it is not the time for us to start trading blames on who to do it. We are dealing with asymmetric warfare, which is a new kind of warfare. It's different from the conventional term, and that's what we want to make very clear. Conventional warfare is between country to country. Now, asymmetric warfare, you are dealing with non-state actors, people you don't know, people that are your own. I give you some examples. Sometimes when we go on cordon and search operations, the same village you get in, they hide you, we have anything, and you proceed. And you dig out these weapons and fire you from the rear. It is difficult because you don't even know who is your enemy. Everybody is the enemy. There are no fronts everywhere, and is a front as long as much as possible. Now the challenges we're having is that understanding. I'm happy that it is changed.
Thank you very much for that. And then, of course, I want you to also play the last one. And all I want to hear is, when that question was asked, are you worried? Thank you.
You worry. Because an operation, a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOP situation in the southeast.
Yes.
But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups
Take it back.
outside of the country.
Again.
Yes.
Take it back again.
We have repeatedly support them.
Take it
The
back
issue of IPOP.
again.
There's a lot of funding that comes in there.
Idiots.
Take
Yes.
it
Are
back.
you worried?
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yes.
Are you worried? Because
Yes.
are you worried? Because an operation, a special operation.
Thank you very much. I don't take it off yet. I want every Biafran, every person who is reasonable listening to this particular video today to pay attention. The question they asked was, are you worried? So, and if you listen very attentively, he responded, of course, I'm worried. Play it again, please, because, there was talk over, the video, and so Femi was talking and his voice did not come out. A lot of people did not pay attention.
he admitted that, of course, I'm worried. I want you to play it again, please. And pay attention.
Funding that comes in there.
Are you worried? Because you know an operation.
Of course.
There's a lot of
Can I
funding
take
in
it back
there.
again? So that everybody will
worried?
listen to it.
Because you know an operation.
There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes.
Are you because you know an operation?
Of course, definitely.
Thank you very much. All right. We can start from here. My fellow Biafrans, those who have paid the biggest price for being one Nigeria until we come on board, I congratulate you. Those of you who did not give up when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya in 2020, I congratulate those who stood their ground to fight and trusted some of us. I congratulate you. I want you to understand that we have defeated Nigeria. Nigeria can never rise again. From the speech of the President of the United States of America and the person that spoke on behalf of the American state, I have the following information to the Biafra people. I want you to understand that in Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will rise. This summit was directly and indirectly meant for Biafra people as it reaffirms and justifies our right as a people and our actions towards the fight against Nigeria terrorist state aggression. It was called Great Summit. But that was said. The situation under Nigeria occupation. Even though there is a connotation of Nigeria as a sovereign state, which was never discussed and negotiated with anyone, including the Biafra people. From the speeches and the clips you've just watched, the United Nations, the world leaders have validated Biafra liberation.
Hello, Eze, thank God. Thank you for joining. I am playing a video where our Prime Minister said instead of Biafra not to come, that he will turn to a beast. And that is what each and every one of us should echo and, concur, because Biafra must come. Nigeria is a country where we cannot no longer sit and watch. Yeah, hello. Thank you, Ogochukwu Okafor. Thank you for joining. Thank you, my people. Our PM said in this very program that instead Biafra will not come, he will turn to a beast. And what it shows is that Biafra coming is no longer a joke. Onyendu told us, go and listen to Simon Ekpa. And thanks be to God Almighty that when Onyendu was abducted, he gave us a man like this. A man that doesn't look twice. I love our PM so much. He doesn't look at your face, whether you're his child or his mother or his father, or you walk with him, or you pay money or you donate. What he wants is Biafra. And a prophet has told us that Mazi Simon Ekpa, our PM, that all his body, his hair, his nail, his leg, his air that he breathes is nothing but Biafra. So anybody following him is following a real man. A man, if you want peace, he will give you peace. If you want war, he is ready. Because apart from being a barrister, he's a soldier. That is what we need. That is what Nigeria needs. So, my people, we must follow him. And let us remember that today is our fundraising day. That's 7 o'clock. So, yesterday we had a one-to-one. We, the media teams, had one-to-one with our minister. And something very interesting was said. I will look for that video after this one and play for your hearing. You people will be very happy.
Army, in our quest to protect and preserve the life of the Biafra people. My fellow Biafrans, the world leaders made it very clear that self-preservation is must and it should be protected at all costs. At all costs, self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today, Nigeria have tried everything to destroy and annihilate Biafra people, and we must protect and preserve ourselves at all costs. They were referring to Biafra, even though the summit was about Ukraine. My fellow Biafrans, the world leaders told us today, and they made it very clear in the summit, as they define the United Nations Charter in a very clear term through their submissions, confirming that Biafrans are acting within the legal framework of international law. My fellow Biafrans, I want the Nigeria terrorist state to listen to this. The world has opened up that even they themselves have no rights to violate or act outside the charter, which has been agreed by all nations who are parties to it. But the same charter that they have agreed they will never violate, Nigeria has violated it with impunity. And Nigeria is a signatory to the same charter that they said can never be violated. By killing those who they claim to be their citizens in Biafra land, kidnapping Biafrans and enforcing their disappearances for many years, unchallenged, is a violation of this charter of the United Nations with impunity. And today, we are resisting them. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to understand that the world leaders at this summit made this very clear. They made us to understand that currently, in the case of Biafra, even though they are sitting idle and watching, it in fact violates the section of the United Nations Charter, which has assigned a responsibility to them to act in accordance to protect or the protection of human rights, especially the right of Biafrans within Nigeria state. They are waiting for this war that you listen to the chief of army staff claiming that they are at war. Do you not understand that they are at war in Nigeria? Do you not understand that Biafra and Nigeria is already at war? When Musa told you that they are going to retaliate. People are, you will be asking yourself, retaliating with who? Against who? He has made it very clear that this is a war, a very difficult war, asymmetric war, which means they are at war with everybody in Biafra land because they don't know who the enemy is. You are waiting for these people to annihilate us before you support the liberation of Biafra? This submission of Musa is a clear declaration of war, and he called it asymmetric war, which means if anything happens, everybody becomes a target. And that's why they are using the word retaliation. And that's why they will never go after those who attack them. They attack innocent people because they are now officially in asymmetric war. My fellow Biafrans, the United Nations and the world leaders at this summit also reaffirmed that fight against Russia should be applied anywhere in the world where human rights has been violated. To this particular submission by the world leaders in this summit, we call on the United Nations.
Hello,
We call on the attention of the
Mary.
United Nations.
Thank you for
Nigeria
joining.
should not be exempt in this particular submission. Nigeria has violated all human rights laws. They have violated all international laws. All United Nations resolution on human rights has been violated by Nigeria. They have also violated with impunity the right to self-determination as enshrined in U.S. Constitution and United Nations Charter. My fellow Biafrans in Netherlands and those who are privileged to watch this particular address today by myself as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the Biafra de facto government in Homeland.
Hello. Ogochukwu said, it is so sad that all those surrounded by our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ever since we are not fighting for Biafra, but for one Nigeria. Our leader was deceived by them. Yes, Ogochukwu, you know, we human beings, we are very deceptive in nature. We are deceptive. And that deception is what the Nigerian society, the way Nigerian society structured itself, because we are being led by people who refuse to go to school, people who refuse to be educated, otherwise understanding what it is by maintaining integrity and human rights. When you love your fellow human beings, you cannot tell them lies. Because lies, there is nothing like lies in this world. That's why I do all my programs mostly with videos. I don't like to come here and be giving you flowery statements without evidencing it or authenticating it. I have to tell you something and I will show you an evidence. Because when you go to court and you adduce, the judge will ask you, is there any evidence, documentary or video? These days they accept video evidence in court and you will produce it. But in Nigeria, the way Nigeria was made is such a way that everybody must live in lies. Everybody must follow that wrong and forceful pathway. As I said when I started, because I started 39 minutes ago, before you came, I was telling those watching, I have 21 people here. Please, my people, try to hit the like button and share so that this message will go viral. There is just one important important we leave here before closing, because I won't be long today. Today is our fundraising. Yesterday, we had a very good time with the Minister of Finance. But what I said from the onset, telling people who were watching, is that Nigeria, which was amalgamated, hello, my sister Diane, thank you for joining. Nigeria that was amalgamated in 1914 expired in 2014, and nobody wants to address it, and nothing is working. Nobody is talking about it. Everybody is living in penury. Everybody is suffering and smiling. That is not life, people. It's not life. Forget about the oil. Forget about the gas. Israel doesn't have oil. They don't have gas. Look at how progressive they are. Even if you go to Tokyo, they don't have all that. But they're doing well. Even in Ethiopia, once when I traveled to South Africa, we came to Ethiopia and packed. My brother, come and see. You look into. They have more than 1,000 aircrafts. And everything was running smoothly. They go to all over the world. So it's not about oil. It is about integrity. Diane mentioned it yesterday. When you tell somebody yes, they will look at that your yes and they will see that it is true. Nigeria lack that. No integrity. The politicians who are elderly men, hello, my sister Stella, thank you for joining. In the political arena of Nigeria, you can never see a 30-year-old, even it's all these great grandfathers that do things in a archaic, very, very archaic way. I have a video here of Prophet Iginla, another video that our PM shared this afternoon. That video, Prophet Iginla was telling them that this archaic way of doing things is no longer obtainable. We are in a modern world. You must discuss things with people. So the way Nigeria is structured is that before you get anything, you must tell lies. Or you must, if you are a woman, before you get a job, so many directors must go through you, or you go with nothing. Is that a life? It's not a very good way of life. Hello, my wonderful brother Freeman. Iko Tuonye. Thank you for joining. So, my brother Ugochukwu, those who were with Onyendu are really, they portrayed what Nigeria is all about by selling Onyendu, accepting the money, and going cold. So the way you said that they are not talking, they cannot talk. He knew them very, very late when he started asking for 100 men. Remember that he has, our PM has promised him that he will find 50 men in him before Onyendu said to us, go and listen to Simon. He is bringing a new dimension. Is it not happening? Is it not happening? Another prophet told us that Simon, our PM, that our PM does not breathe any air that is not Biafra. He does not eat that is not Biafra. His hair, all Biafra. His fingers, his footstep, everything is Biafra. That's why we are following him and following him in mass. God just kept him to be our guardian angel and to be our leader at this time. So what we had, the meeting we had yesterday with the Minister of Finance, it yielded a very good result, because he told us something that will make all of you happy this afternoon. But the only but there is, thank you, Don. Dalo. Iziogo. Dalo. Thank you. The only thing that we have to do, and it will help us, is to make a little sacrifice, to cut down on anything that we crave so much and use it. Even if it gives you $3, $4, $5, use it to support. Because from what the minister told us, the media team yesterday, we need every penny. So from the title of this program this evening, which says that our PM told us that instead Biafra will not come, that he will turn to a beast. So let us continue to listen to him.
World leaders reminded us in the clips we watch. And I encourage everybody to go and pay attention. I just wish it was the time I do analysis. They reminded us, Biafrans, that we need to fund this self-defense against a dictator, tyranny, a terrorist state who have taken up the war against innocent women and children in Biafra land. They are telling you, you must fund your self-defense like never before. Nigeria has no rule of law. Their rule of law is gun and bullet. And we have gone to resist it. A government that uses violence will be responded with an equal measure of violence in self-defense. That's why it is very important that every Biafran, irrespective of whether you like Samaneba or not, the defense and the liberation of Biafra, it is now or never. That is where we are different. And that's why we are the government of Biafra. It is our responsibility to take it up according to the submission of these world leaders in the Ukraine Peace Summit. Protect Biafra people. I want you to understand that Nigeria can never win this war. Call it asymmetric war, call it jungle welfare, call it whatever name you want to call it. We have seen Musa calling it a jungle welfare. We have also seen him saying they are in asymmetric war. And it is difficult to one because you don't know who is the enemy. Everybody's the enemy. Sometimes they go to the place and people shoot them from the back. And that's why they are retaliating against the people. And Nigeria do not understand that Nigeria is at war with Biafra. The only point I'm trying to make you understand today is that Musa has explained that we are at war, and he called it asymmetric war. What else do you want to know? The question was, they left primary responsibility and handling the secondary responsibility. Nigeria is at war, and the military are laying siege the place they believe the war is taking place. Where is that? Biafra land. You as a Biafra person, if you refuse to fund this liberation today, you or your family will be a victim. Because whether you believe in the Biafra government or not, you are already an enemy. By the submission of Musa, your family are also the enemy. In the asymmetric war that they have declared against us, your family could be the one they will retaliate on, because we cannot hold our hand. We've already taken up arms, like everybody knows. So asymmetric war, where they don't know who is the enemy, at the same time declare every Biafra enemy. You are already caught in the cobweb. The earlier you come to support this liberation, the better for you. And this is also to give the kudos to the Biafra Liberation Army for having defeated Nigeria with our little resources. I have followed all social media analysis on the video, but this particular, yes, I am worried. Nobody picked it up because Shehu was talking and the voice was covering it. So everybody should go and listen to Musa admitting he.
My people, you know what PM is saying? Well, I do realize and understand that when PM was still doing now, they were very restrictive. He left them and built Enter Biafra. I don't know if some of you remember. He built Hello Tuku, Hello, Biafra and Dududuwa Nation. He say, when our PM was still doing what I am doing now, he fell out with them and they kept pulling his things down. But you know that time he was, he do show some of the pictures, but they don't allow those pictures. They were very restricted. But in the case of Musa, where he said he's worried, plus where he said that there's an asymmetric war, with who? That's with Biafrans. They formed Boko Haram in the north. But the reason why they formed Boko Haram, number one, was to destabilize Jonathan's government so that Jonathan will give them chance for Buhari to come in. Secondly, they want to Fulanize Nigeria and Islamize the whole Nigeria. Thirdly, know that Southeast are the people that challenges them. If anybody does not agree with what, come over to the link to the studio and speak. You are free, or call me on this line, or write. This is an interactive session. I will read it out. Number three, being that in the Southeast, everything they needed to be getting millions of dollars to be buying equipment is there. In Akwa Ibom, there is oil. In Cross River State, Akwa Ibom is Cross River. There's oil there. There's oil in River State. There's oil in Warri. There's oil in Uguta, in Imo State. Gas, the best gas. There's Peninsula, where Biafra has common boundary, Cameroon. So, my people, why don't we know and understand that we are those chosen people of the Lord? Number to call 4473 is showing on the screen. 77386227, and you will speak to Biafrans right away. So they need this money. They need these minerals that God gave us. We are the chosen ones of God. We are that Garden of Eden that God beautified with a lot of minerals. Tell me any other part of the world that you will go that have everything we have the way we have it. That's maybe why God is using the Fulani to push us to go and claim our land. Remember, there was a program I did here, I won't be doing it every day, where I read Genesis chapter 2, where God said to his children, what are you people still doing in this mountain? Go down and claim the land that I promised your fathers to give you. This is us. You know, ndị be anyị, onye nwe anyị nwụrụ anwụ n'obe bụkwa na onye ojii. Apụtafe wele onyinye onye ọcha tinye. Ka ngwụ na eziokwu, Jesu bụkwa onye be anyị o. Chukwu fụrụ anyị n'anya. We shouldn't hate ourselves because God loves us. We should show ourselves love by living this Nigeria. Nigeria is the Egypt where Moses told his people, you see this Egypt you are seeing today, you shall see it no more. Anyị nwaji onwe anyị now. Ka anyị tụọ na ego, no matter how hard it is. Once Biafra bịa lokita, anyị apụkwa na nsogbu. Anyị enwere onwe anyị. Because Biafra bụ inwere oil, you have right to eat. That's what they call confederation. Confederate nation. O ife Biafra ga-abụ. Anyị ga na-achị onwe anyị, onye nwere oil ele oil ya weli edozi obodo, kwụọ tax to the central government. Nigeria can never practice because the Fulanese is taking upper hand. My people, are we not ashamed that foreigners who are only 13 million will come to our land and be controlling us? Apụtasị na ndị obodo mbi na befa na support fa. Ọ bụrụ na I take over our land, ndị anwa bịa ka ifo. It is because we allow them. My people, time has come. Let us not just leave this for our prime minister alone. The thing Ganye Jiaka, he's a very young man. I totally nyelu our prime minister aka support waya financially. Maka ibu ananyi ezigbo alụ. Eziokwu ka m na-agwa unu. Our PM obu a lot of ibu alụ, and he's a very young man. Na ị na-etu ya ọbata obi this and that, mana anyị ada support ya. Onwekwu uru ọbalụ. Ka m gwakwa unu nke bụ eziokwu, adị m asọkwa onye ọbụla n'anya, m ga-abụ na eziokwu. Maka na anyị nwa ka ife a na-emetụ ya. Anyị nwa ka ọ na-emetụ na-arụ karịa release go everybody eji na Nigeria. Mana aka ji onye nduba anyị. Ka anyị gwa onwe anyị eziokwu. Let us spend money. Today, from the internet, ebobi na tricycle factory. Now, after ka na kuli ngwongwo ndị Lagos, ụmụ Igbo niile dị na Lagos, na agba abonu all the properties, all the businesses, and they make a business na Lagos. Ọrụ onye nzuzu. Maka na o meghe that business na Igbo, o create jobs. He will create jobs. So ka anyị rapụ na ịhapụrụ our PM only ka ọ na-ebu ibu a. Maka na m ga-agwa unu another one bụ ezigbote ibu alụ our PM bụ now. Nke anwa nidile ezigbo ego, and nke a ka anyị ga-eji wee nweta Biafra. Or ife minista gwara yesterday evening. Anyị na minista no yesterday evening. The media team till 1 a.m. You know, so my people, let us not just be E2 PM afa or chorozi to afa. Gonye obuna tinye aka na akpa, obulugodu $5. No matter how hard, you have to sacrifice. Maka Biafra Bia is for life, for our children. Kingsley, I hope you have gotten the number. Hello, my co-host. How are you? Thank you for joining. Chibo, thank you. So let me keep playing his voice. He said that Obono, when he was doing media, Niaka address Ebawa Musa say, of course I am worried. Musa haven't started being worried. Musa will be taken to ICC court. He will be taken to ICC court. Koje explain no ndị nyani ya na-anụ agha. Yes, he will go there and explain. Everything Musa is saying is on record. They will use it against him.
Is worried because we have defeated them. Today, the Biafra Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land. And we are proud of them. They will continue to go down. Our demand is very simple. Pull them out of Biafra land. Remove every checkpoint where the enforcements of taking place, disappearance of Biafras are taking place every day. If you do not dismantle all the checkpoints, they will continue to die at that checkpoint because we have died enough in the same checkpoint. We have disappeared enough in the same checkpoint, and we are now pushing back and fighting back, and nobody's going to stop us. Oh, no, no. Oh, no.
Yes. He said,
oh my God, here is not taken. I will turn to a beast and Biafra will come.
That's it. He will come to a beast.
May God bless all of you. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Oh my God!
And all the
My people, that is it. Our PM is always on point. Our PM does not show us any sign that he is going to drop his agitative measures for Biafra to come. He does not, and he will never. When you hear somebody that talks like this, you will have a very strong mind. That is what every Biafran wants to hear, and that is what we are all looking for. So yesterday, we were with our Minister of Finance, Mr. Nkere.
Empire, just like the way the dead man walking drug dealer called Tinubu, Nigerian president, was disgracing South Africa. That has continued to battle with us in the spirit, and those living continue to fight with us here now until Biafra. It's a now BDF anthem.
Yes, my people, I have to take this a little bit further so that we will not stay here till evening.
To eat. Without finance, you can't have roof over your head. So if we don't need finance, I don't know what else we need. We need finance more than any other country in the world. Happening, going on between Russia and Ukraine. We need finance even more Russia or Ukraine. The war between Israel and Hamas.
Hello, Nkem Lim. May God bless you, Madam Betty. You guys in media team are all doing a great job for Biafrans all over the world. You can see how Zoo president was rubbished in South Africa. Yes, I played it yesterday, and Obama was so ashamed because Obama was one of those who talked Fulanese into our head. When he was in Ghana, he was there talking about Buhari being the president. Thank you very much. My people, Nkem is asking everybody to hit the like button so that it will invite other people and share the video so that it goes viral to our people in homeland. Everybody will know so that we will all remain on the same page. Let me play it now as you reminded me of it. Yes. Obama
of South Africa.
Yes.
Ignore President Tinubu the presidential inauguration in South Africa. Why was Tinubu placed behind smaller African leaders? This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation in the world. Its being relegated to a lesser position during such an important event is a clear indication that Nigeria needs to reassess its diplomatic standing and comes to.
Yes, Nigeria needs to reassess its diplomatic standing in international positions or international world. Globally, Nigeria needs to reassess itself, but that is a talk between Obama and the Nigeria that they created. We Biafrans, we are no longer involved. We are now spectators. We are watching their game because Elias, Obama, is not an honest man. You cannot be enforcing religion or anything on anybody in this dispensation, 21st century. It's impossible. And I always tell people to understand that if Usman Danfodio, Saduana Osokoto, and Tafawa Balewa could not change this Nigeria to become Fulani overnight in the 60s, it cannot happen now. God will always provide us men like our PM. So let's listen to Obama lamenting because they were all disappointed that the Nigeria they created, Fulani government they created, is not functioning. It has failed woefully in the hands of a drug dealer.
improve its global image. This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation. Nigeria must rise and elect responsible leadership to reclaim its rightful place on the global stage. Without even a handshake, and could be seen clapping his hands, seemingly reacting to this high-level snub, should serve as a wake-up call for all Nigerians. It's time to take decisive action, elect leaders the country effectively, and reclaim Nigeria's rightful place as a leader among nations. It's crucial for the country to demonstrate strong
How can Nigeria reclaim its rightful place?
To earn respect from other nations and also to ensure that its citizens are proud of their nation standing. Nigeria has a responsibility and respect on the international stage.
Look at it. Responsibility to claim responsible stage in international global world. It cannot happen. You know, it cannot. Because they have really, really got it all wrong. They got it all wrong. They have lost everything. Yes. Yes, Diane, he is. They are all lying. Nationally and internationally. They are all liars. Diane said Obama is a hypocrite. He is careless about the citizens of Nigeria. He is only crying for foul because he is one of the people sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria because of Islamization of Nigeria. You know that this Obama, yes, my people, Obama is always pretending to be a convert to Christian, but he is a Hassan. That's his full name. He is. When he went to Saudi Arabia, he went and was bowing down to them. It was shown during the time Putin, what's his name? What's the name of this guy? When Donald Trump was ruling America. They showed, I think he was still a president when he went to Saudi Arabia and was seen bowing down for their emirs and things like that. You are very correct, Diane. He is very disappointed. He is very, very disappointed. Yes.
IPOB, ESM were killed and murdered, and nobody questioned their death. Under IPOB, many Biafrans were butchered in the street of Aba. Nigeria did not pay.
Yeah. Nkem said the whole world is looking at Nigeria as just a cow country, which really are full of cows. Have now become citizens of their so-called Nigeria. Maybe this was their plan with the Frederick Lugard and Florence Shaw. Yes, you missed Florence Shaw there. Yes, Anthony, I see you. Thank you so much. Yes, Iko Tuonye, Obama is a Muslim. Yes, that's what they are planning. You know, now in the US, they have gathered so many children and they now pray on the streets in the US. So Stella said, is it not the same evil Obama that said that to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done? Exactly. He is the one. He is crying now because he's disappointed. What he wanted, he's not seeing it. Biafra must come because Obama is afraid of the restoration of Biafra. Yes, Biafra will come for sure. Biafra will definitely come. Yes, my people, Biafra will come. Let's listen to our Minister of Finance.
And all the process of Iran. All combined, we need finance more than all these countries I just mentioned. Because without finance, how are we going to fund our liberation army? And for the world, I believe by now they already know that we, the Biafran people, have an army. And an army cannot go to war without the logistic, the necessary equipment they need to win the battle. For that reason, the question is that we need finance. Just for example, for someone who have a vehicle, or you call it a car, without gas, some call it fuel, how will you prepare or move the vehicle? You need to fuel it, you need to put gas on it before that vehicle can be driven to anywhere. Just like, again, human being, without the blood that flows in our vein, we can't exist. The blood represents the finance as well. That's what keeps us alive. To keep the Biafran struggle alive and for us to achieve our dream. By disciplining the Janjaweed terrorist Nigerian government and all the elements that are supporting an evil, dead empire, just like the way the dead drug dealer called Tinubu, Nigerian president, was disgracing South Africa, that the president of South Africa has not been defeated.
Yes. Nigeria is dead. Yes. My sister Diane said Obama should go and settle his country, Kenya, that Kenyans are having problem now. Yes, they are. Today in Kenya, I was watching it. There were 2 police officers. We are trying to abduct a young lady. Azeli, he's as young as maybe 25 or so. And the girl was screaming, "What have I done? What have I done?" And another police officer came and was tapping him at the back. You can imagine what goes on in Kenya. But Kenya, let me tell you, my sister, they will never know peace. For giving Nigeria government helping hand to arrest and abduct and maltreat our leader, Kenya will suffer it. Yes, Waris, Jinadu, all hail Biafra, hail Oduduwa, hail indigenous people, right to self-determination and land liberation. Thank you so much. You are welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your contribution. Nkem said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was smiling in court because he knows that Mazi, exactly. We think alike. I thought as much. I said it yesterday. When I was telling my people here, tell me if you people don't think that Tony is happy. He knows that Simon Ekpa has got his back. Do you people know that since February, about 5 months ago, our Prime Minister inherited the payment of Onyendu's court hearing, which runs into hundreds, swelling up the responsibility of our Prime Minister. Yes. He knows that Mazi Simon Ekpa, the PM, have actually flushed all the DOS saboteurs down to the toilet shithole. Great job done by PM Ekpa. You are very correct. Very, very correct. That's why Onyendu inside him, my people, Kaira Pugodokwa now. Let's leave this talk now. Ka ndị zoo ghara inweta some ife na bịa mesibe onye ndu ike. It's true. Obama is from Kenya. Kenya is going to witness worse than what Biafrans are seeing. They are going to see it. Touch onye ndu, touch we of God. You will have God to contend with. There's a program or a voice I played on Monday where one bishop on Sunday said, if you want to fight Biafrans, you must first of all go and fight God. That's what that bishop said. And he's not a Biafran. No. He said it, that he's not a Biafran. But if you want to fight Biafrans, you must first of all fight God. That Biafrans are children of God. And God is with us. Oh, Nigeria thought if Buhari gets up now from his grave, Buhari will see that he is not winning. Hello. Ndewo. On speaker to speak to Biafrans.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
So the issue, I want to talk about what Barack Obama said.
Yes.
Thanks to seeing what is happening.
Exactly.
Let him bear it in mind that tax, he said that it is a tax that we have to pay. It is Kenya people that will pay that tax. We are not ready to pay that tax anymore.
Exactly.
If Obama doesn't want to learn from what we are doing now, I want to let him know that we will burn everywhere in Nigeria. We will go everywhere. Starting from now, anybody we see in the checkpoint,
yes, yes,
we must go there. And after December 2nd, we are coming to their houses one by one,
yes.
starting from all the politicians that is living in Biafra land. Even if they like, let them go to Abuja and they leave. We are coming to their house. We are coming to meet their family.
Yes.
That is talking to you now. I lost my two hefty brothers, my seniors in this struggle. I will never make it lightly with them. See them feel that if they keep with them, that is when they pour fuel on the fire. We will never let go.
Yes.
We will continue killing the police. We will continue killing the army. Any force we meet on the checking point must go down. After that, well, we will be coming to their houses. Thank you very much. I don't want to talk much.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you for that valued contribution. My people, you have all heard him. You have all heard him. Yes. There is nothing like pain when you have lost your own person. What is my own pain? My people, during the war, I lost my own immediate elder brother that was not up to 15 years. Not up to 15 years. A very young man. Maybe 12 or 13. But that time, Ojukwu has no soldiers. My young brother, they conscripted him by force. Me and my mother, they wanted to shoot us with gun because we were holding him on one hand and they were dragging him on the other hand, and he was crying. My mom came and showed them what happened to his finger. Somebody beat him at school on that finger, and the finger went bent. The bone was very weak. They never listened. They said that they need soldiers. Till that, my brother never came back. Biafra must come. We have wasted time in Nigeria for so long. This time around, Biafra must come. I'm telling you, if I am a man, I would have joined army. That my brother, his death must be retaliated. I'm telling you, I am really mad about my very handsome, very, very handsome, very young. They quiet him, and Fulani are just there, having a field day, drinking and swimming in our oil, behaving anyhow. It's a very archaic way of addressing issues. As we came back from Biafra land and joined them, they are very senseless, because if they are sensible people, they would have known that they have caused these people pain, a lot of pain, no reparation. You know, they don't want to recompense Biafrans. Nothing, no compensation. They are bringing a archaic way, something that was done in the 20s, in 17 something, tribal wars and things like that. They are bringing it on again in 21st century, and they think that they will win. They may have the whole world as their weapon, but they will never win Biafra, because God is with us. And the spirit of all our brothers and sisters killed during that war will fight them. And these people, they are fighting with our PM. That's why that very pastor or prophet said that our PM doesn't, everything he does, his hair, his hand, his whole body is Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. And that's why we are following him. And Onyendu, if he tells you something, Onyendu have checked that thing, and he knows that our PM is the kind of man that will lead his people. Yes, Mary said, Biafrans have loved ones, parents, siblings, houses, businesses, properties, etc., because of being useless one Nigeria. Exactly. No, my sister, it will not continue. It is not our blood that will bring them one Nigeria. To hell with that, they are one Nigeria. We are no longer Nigerians. So, in fact, we are Biafrans. We are already a nation. It's just for the law to take its course. That's all. That's all. The world now knows that we are Biafrans. Our brother Remigius has exposed the DOS supporting army just to fight Simon Ekpa, but they will fail and Biafra will come. Well, Onyendu said it, that Biafra, the zoo will come to our land and they no go back. Yes, they will not. We didn't do anything to them. They are the ones always coming down to our land. We have never taken this war to their doorstep. But as this our brother that called Kingsley Isaac, we will be, that is, let's just wait till that time comes. You know?
You can see the result, the money yet fruit. And if you believe in Chukwukika, God have never retrieved his word back. And God said that every word that he's uttered from his mouth stand the way he said it. If God shower blessing, God will take that blessing back. God has spoken. He said, Blessed be the one that you come tomorrow fundraising and contribute. If you believe in Chukwu, don't just call upon his name in vain. Believe in him and believe in what he said. He said the more you give, the more you receive. I'm first year, since I've been giving all these thousands, hundreds, and gone, I can tell you that it's affecting my business. I don't even feel it, because the same God that make it possible for me.
Yes, Ogechukwu Iwanyanwu claimed that he is the leader of Igbos. Impossible. But he is supporting Fulanis to kill us. Who is talking about Iwanyanwu? Iwanyanwu bụ n'Otokoto, ndị na-egbu mmadụ n'ebe anụ. Are you not aware of Otokoto Hotel? Oh, Iwanyanwu now. Oh, Iwanyanwu. We are not talking about these people anymore, because they are forgotten. They are behind us. You remember when our Lord Jesus Christ did, when our Lord Jesus Christ finished 40 days and 40 nights fasting, the Satan be thinking that after fasting, he's hungry and he's weak. See, if I give you bread, you will bow for me. Or see, get behind me, Satan. These people are behind us. Onye Biwanyanwu, have you seen him lately? Onye nke anwa ọ gafe atọrọ ụdọ very soon. Ọ ka dịzikwanụ ndụ. Ịma na iwu ndị Facebook na YouTube na-enye anyị here. Ọ na-adị so much that ị nwere ike ikwu ife ụfọdụ. Iwu anyanwụ bụ ozu, ọnwụ ga-anwụ. Ozu na-aga ndụ, agagharị ije. Ọfa niile mere Hope Uzodimma ji wee bata, wee dọpụtara anyị ndị amị na Southeast. There was no problem in Southeast. Southeast or Zambisa Forest, ebe ndị terrorists nọ. That is their target. That's their target. You know? Let us listen to.
Thank you, Finance Minister. So on this very note,
hello, Henry. Thank you for joining.
There are different types of forms. The type A to type C application forms are for Biafrans in diaspora. Type D application.
The right thing. And if you are in the United States of America, you are not supporting what we are doing. Don't let what happened, I believe, in South Korea or North Korea to happen to you.
Do you know why they are afraid of Biafra coming, Stella, as you are saying? They are afraid of Biafra coming because, as I said earlier in this very program, Nigeria is everything about Nigeria. You can't get it if you are not a liar or you are not a criminal. Because the Fulanis, very uneducated human being, they have no knowledge of what integrity does in human life. They have no knowledge of human rights. These two things, if you don't know it, if you don't have it in you, you can never give it. People cannot give what they don't have. The Fulanis, they don't know anything about integrity, and they do not know anything about human rights. So integrity includes being an honest person, an upright person, somebody who sympathizes with others, somebody who listens to others, somebody who gives other people a chance to talk, even common discussion. Some people won't let you to talk, so your voice will not be heard. That's why I always hold interactive sessions for people to say their mind. At least you know how they feel. Because when you are filled with anger and pain, if you are not allowed to speak, you will start having headache. But the moment you voice out your opinion, you will relax and people will start considering what Nigeria is not that place. So all of them are so corrupt. Iwanyanwu and the rest of them, all the politicians in Nigeria, they are all liars, very deceptive. Do you know that the governor of Anambra State, Soludo, was talking about Biafra when we was governor of Central Bank? And he's a Newi man. But today, he is the one holding a camp in Anambra where they buy people. A woman that went there, she came out. She said that her people were praying and she was saved. Now, she came out. Or seen when a woman on daily basis. And none of their surprise the corner bonye burana if only get moto bia ibulu organ. In ano go na state is Soludo. So Nigeria is structured in such a way that they don't tell the truth. They are liars, they are criminals, they are so corrupt. And that corrupt system in Nigeria will not allow the long-throat ones to give Biafra a chance of coming. But as Kingdom of Heaven suffer violence, men take it by force. So are we taking Biafra by force, whether they like it or not. We don't want to live a corrupt life. We don't want to live a very nepotic life. Okay, the way you see our prime minister, do you think that prime minister is the kind of man that you will be his brother and come tomorrow and tell him lies, and he will discover that you are lying and he will give you a job? He will not. Whether you are his mother and you are not doing the right thing, he will not be there with you. Yes. That is what is the lady was interviewed, but I didn't want to bring it here because of YouTube and Facebook. And on the buying a corrupt one YouTuber now to restrict us if ever name the zoo the Fulani Amaro, they don't go to school. They have no shame. They don't understand what integrity means, as my sister Diane said yesterday. They have no personality at all. Fade Jakuko, you can imagine illiterates have been ruling Nigeria since 1960. Yes, they have been ruling. So everything is going backwards. The life of people in the 20s, 1920 something, that's what the Fulanis are living till today. Fighting tribal war in year 2024. How many centuries? That is, God is need to push us out of Nigeria because he knows that we are the ones that will worship him in truth and in honest. We don't like lies. We don't like nepotism. We don't like corruption. You will give somebody job to do in a position where he does not know anything. It's like now, if you are a doctor, they will send you to be the agricultural minister because they know you will steal money there. Or if you are a dentist, they will send you to be the doctor where women deliver. What will you know? That is Nigeria for you. They are always lying. Nepotism. Now, Emiloko, it is my turn when it is not really your turn. I can tell you people that Tinubu is more than 80 years. How can somebody look at every country, apart from Joe Biden, that is in his 70s, all this Europe, even in Africa, very young people are their presidents. But go to Nigeria, from president to minister, all of them are all these archaic thinking human beings that does not know what the children of this modern world, what they need.
Let your generation be a third class or fourth class citizen in Biafra. But when Biafra come, We are going to have race 1 and race 2. We are going to have special privilege for those that support, because Biafrans have been killed. Over 5 million Biafrans are killed during the war.
Yes.
And due to the starvation, the genocide that the British government allowed to happen in Biafra land by the blockage.
Yes, Stella, he is very old.
After all this, and you still believe in one Nigeria. Nigeria is not for us. We are not part of Nigeria. United States of America, members that live in United States of America, and those that will soon join, and all Biafrans that live in United States of America have what it takes to speed the cause of Biafra. When our leader said that when America...
Yes. Okay. The corruption all over Africa continent was planted and manufactured from Nigeria to control the whole of Africa. Biafra will bring civilization to Africa and reduce corruption in Africa. Exactly. That's why PM, in his speech, he said, Africa died in Biafra, and in Biafra, Africa will rise. That is correct. You have a very, very valid point. That is very, very correct. I want to show you people, yes.
Lobbying firms can give us and what we can achieve with them. Please, can you elaborate a little on this, and then I will ask you another question from this same, latest development, please.
Sorry, for those of you who do not understand, this is a Biafra Unite voice. We, the media teams, had meeting with our finance minister, and he was telling us the reason why Biafra, like Ukraine now is fighting war, America and Europe are Ukraine. We have nobody supporting us. We are the ones supporting ourselves. So he came to urge Biafrans that this is the time we need to support what we are doing. When he started this, I didn't play from there because it will take us time. He started by telling us it's not by nicknaming our prime minister. Let those who are giving him all these wonderful and beautiful names come and donate, that we need money now. So now we asked him question one after the other. This one, it is time for Biafra Unite, and Biafra Unite brought out a picture of a man, a US ex-congressman that is one of our lobbyists. And I know that most of you know what lobbyists are. Those who will lobby countries to recognize Biafra after the... So listen to what the finance talk about these lobbyists have engaged. And he said that engaging this man, it will run into millions. And it is all money. That's why they need more money now and more donations.
Okay, this ex-US Congressman Mora is, I would say, he's part of us now because he's working for us. So he advocates for us. So through him, he is going to make sure that he work hard with his fellow colleagues to make sure that the government of the United States of America really know what's going on. And through the office of our Prime Minister, so he will be representing the Biafran people on behalf of our Prime Minister, because that's why I use the word that he's part of us. So if I'm not going to be there, you're not going to be there, our Prime Minister or any of us is there for us. So he work with us. He work under the umbrella of Biafra. So he represents us. He is the one who is going to speak on behalf of us. He is going to be our being, what we want, how we want it, not how he wants, because he worked for us. And this is a great news, and it's also a big step. That's why the Nigerian government, so they are panicking, because they don't, like our Prime Minister said a while ago, that we will hit them from all directions. Why Mora is doing his job, there's other means as well. So not all that will be public, but all we know is that Biafra people are heading towards the right direction, and we have leaders that are smart, that know what freedom is all about, that know how to fight for freedom. We have a leader, when we always call our PM, everything we do is that he's the one in charge. He knows the roadmap. So we are following, because if you don't, we're not going to be proud to call his name.
Yes, my people, time is just ticking. We have to round up. Let me refresh your mind for those of you who are here with me. I know that some of you were there yesterday, but probably not all of you were there. What happened was that when he came, he started telling us about the very need for us to contribute. He also mentioned when Onyendu was there with us, and he pleaded for even $1, because we are 70 million. You can imagine, we are 70 million people donate $1, how much it will be. If we have 70 million, my people, 70, there is nothing we cannot buy. Maka ọgba timtim ndị Biafra Liberation Army. So he told us so many things, and he encouraged everybody to support. So when it came for us to ask him question, I did ask him question, but I can't get there now because we don't have time anymore. Biafra Unite asked him about this Moran, and he said that Moran is an American, an ex-congressman, one of them, that is lobbying for Biafra in America. He is writing to the head of state in America for Biafra to be recognized. So my people, PM is going to traveling to US Town Hall tomorrow. Try and be there, because he might mention it. So he also mentioned that this is the reason why Zoo is now panicking. So you can imagine where America recognized Biafra. Zoo will divide into two. And they definitely recognize us. We be if I name aka Chukwudia, onye anyị na-achụrụ aja bụ oke mmụọ. So my people, this will gladden your heart, because our PM is all over the place just to make sure that Biafra comes. He needs our support. Even if it is $10, $5, try and contribute. Please, my people, that is how I will end this, because ndị Igbo tụrụ ilu si na ogologo okwu adịrọ mma n'ụka mgbede. We need it. We know what we have seen in the zoo. Do we want to continue every day? Are we not tired of complaining? We now should swing into action and make sure that what we want, we are going to get it. It is now about 9 minutes to 7, and the fundraising will soon start. I will leave you people here, wonderful Biafrans. Nkem, you made a lot of valid contribution. May God bless you. Bless Emenike, Stella, Diane, Mary. God bless you, Henry, and my wonderful brother, Freeman Iko Tuonye. The wonderful man, he says this the way it is. I love you all so much. Maka na anyị bụ ụmụ eze, isi nwa eze ada atọ na mba. I love you all. Thank you so much. Remember, my people, we are about 43 only watching now. Let everyone click the button and share the message and let it go viral. God bless you all. All hail Biafra. Peace, progress, unity, and equity. I love you all. Have a nice weekend. I see you tomorrow by the special grace of God. Bye from here. Bye, Menike. Bye, Freeman. Thank you, my